it's Clay Pigeon Kart Club, 2 counties, round 1. And yes, I believe it's somebody's 70th birthday today, being clearly marked out for him. I'm sure he loves that. So 10th of March 2019, and there may be sunshine on the track, but it is very overcast and very, very breezy indeed. Yes, I'm 70. Happy birthday. And that is Ron Schoen. And I think we're going to see some Schoen action here. And it's not Ron. No, it's Sarita going backwards into the tyre wall. But back to business and back to the pit lane. Ready for the formation lap. We have pole sitter Anthony Cleal. Second place on the grid will be Michael Bell. And then Russell O'Neill third on the grid. And about to lead them out onto this track. And we have the GoPro video fitted to the kart number 5 of Russell O'Neill. Coming down into Billy's blind. Formation lap through the S's. Down the straight to the hairpin. And it's not completely dry. I think we can see that the driver's working at the wheel, and I think that GoPro has picked up a few more spots of rain even in these first few corners. Slowing down the field slightly and working his steering wheel. We have pole sitter Anthony Cleal, and taking up position there in the formation lap we have driver number 8 Michael Bell in second place with Russell O'Neill third, and then we have Duncan McLeod fourth, with Robin Stoddart Stones fifth. And here they come. They're going to start the race on this pass of the grid. And away they go. And more spots of rain on the camera, it looks like. And it's all pretty tight through Billy's blind. Well controlled by Anthony Cleal. And but being held out, hung out to dry there, if you like, through the S's. It's Michael Bell from second place, so up to second place goes Russell O'Neill, and also I believe Duncan McLeod will move up to third. And let's see what else happens in the field as they come around the horseshoe and up around the top bend. No major incidents, but Anthony Cleal coming round to complete the first lap in the lead from pole position. Second place, indeed, we have Russell O'Neill. Third place, Duncan McLeod. Fourth, Taylor Woodrum. Fifth, Robin Stoddart Stones. And Michael Bell, unfortunately, dropping all the way down to sixth place. And you can see it's definitely a little bit more shiny on the track there as they come out of Billy's blind into the S's. And certainly more spots of rain on the camera. Russell O'Neill in second place there, holding well to the leader, Anthony Cleal. Early days yet. We have a best lap time of 44.14, perhaps reflecting the track conditions, as they would be going quite a lot quicker than that if it was dry. So completing the second lap and settling down. Best sector times in those first 2 sectors set by Anthony Cleal. And in the third sector, the best sector time by Russell O'Neill in car number 5. Yeah, you can see it's quite slidey there now, coming out of Billy's line into the S's. And a bit of tiptoeing. I think this the last lap times, in fact, were slower than the previous lap times by 3 seconds. Last lap time by the leader, 47.47. So you can see that the rain has definitely affected the play. However, keeping it nice and steady, Anthony Cleal has managed to open up a bit of a lead. Russell O'Neill second in car number 5. Car number 2 is Duncan McLeod with Taylor Waldron in cart number 10. And we're on board here with Russell O'Neill in second place. And looking at the best lap time still, well, they're not unchanged from that earlier lap. but coming down slightly, 46.57, the race leader setting the best lap since that bit of rain came down. He's still the quickest driver out there. And a bit of a gap opening up between 4th and 5th places. That's between Taylor Waldron and Robin Stones. Michael Bell in very close attention there in 6th place. But 2nd, 3rd and 4th pretty closely contested as Anthony Cleal opens up a little bit of a margin in the lead. 1.44 seconds, and the same amount of time covers 2nd through to 4th. But visibly on this lap we can see the gap has come right down between the leader and 2nd place, and gaining particularly around the top bend. And a best lap time now set by driver number 5, Russell O'Neill, 42.97. And that is some 9/10 quicker than any other driver on the track at the moment. And you can see this is the result. He's closed right up on that race leader. So getting used to those wet conditions, it looks like, and making advantage of them. So Anthony Cleal now under pressure for that lead, and very much under pressure. Look at this. Great pictures from the GoPro. And I did see quite a different line taken, and coming up to the start-finish line again, and a bit twitchy there. Russell looking, he's having a good look inside there. Any mistake there by the race leader, Anthony, and that could have been a pass. So a lot of pressure being placed on the leader at the moment. Great pictures from the camera. 42.28. Actually, the fastest driver on the track at the moment is Duncan MacLeod in 3rd place. So behind these guys, they are also being caught, but look at this. Keeping it very steady at the lead. Anthony Cleal holding off the attentions of Russell O'Neill. And indeed, you can see the drivers in the 3rd and 4th places have not been left behind. They are well in the battle for those podium positions, if you like. So maybe that was Russell's chance, because now those 2nd and 3rd place drivers, Duncan MacLeod and Taylor Waldron, are going to place some pressure on him. Anthony holding off the advances at that time. And 2 racers emerging in this field now at the moment. We have the first 4 drivers, and then in 5th, 6th and 7th we have Robin Stones, Michael Bell and Toby Cook. Toby Cook actually showing some good lap times. I think he could go a bit quicker perhaps if he could get past. There in the white race suit with Michael Bell in the blue. And these first 4 drivers now very close together on the track. The race being pretty well controlled from the front by driver number 1, Anthony Cleal. And now that he's held off those earlier advances, he's opened up. And am I going to say here, it looks like Duncan MacLeod has got very, very close to Russell O'Neill. Very close indeed. A lot of pressure being applied now. We're on board here with the 2nd place, Russell O'Neill in cart number 5. And yes, indeed, there is cart number 2. That's Duncan MacLeod moving into 2nd place, holding him at the hairpin, and diving down to take that position from 2nd place Russell O'Neill. So a nice bold manoeuvre, and he has secured that 2nd place at the moment, and you'll see that now on the leaderboard. Duncan MacLeod 2nd place, Russell O'Neill 3rd, Taylor Waldron in 4th place. Let's have a look at the lap times, and identical lap times for the first 2 drivers at 38.34. They are the quickest drivers on the track. Best sector times set, well, the first sector by the race leader. 2nd sector, Duncan MacLeod is the fastest driver, and in the 3rd sector, Taylor Waldron. So 3 of those top 4 drivers holding those best sector times. We are still on board here again with Russell O'Neill now in 3rd place, falling away a bit from those first two drivers. And Taylor Waldron now in close attention. So from challenging for the lead only a few laps ago, Russell's dropped from second to third and is now holding off the advances of Taylor Waldron in kart number 10. But we can also see that the earlier rain has stopped and very stiff wind has dried the track out quite quickly, so we can see that any advantage given to Russell by the wetter weather has been taken away, and maybe that is the answer to the race order at the moment. 38.03 best lap time by Duncan MacLeod in second place, but that is only 0.04 of a second off the race leader Anthony Cleal, driver number 1. And there were those three drivers. That's Robin Stoddart-Stones and Toby Cook and Michael Bell, those 5th, 6th and 7th places, and you can see specks of rain coming back down onto the track. And it's almost slightly horizontal rain. You can tell there's quite a breeze out there. So will this change things round again? It says the track is dry, but we can see that there is moisture coming down onto the track. Here's that second battle for 5th, 6th and 7th. I don't need to tell you what the gaps are. You can see very clearly indeed how close these drivers are. That's 5th, 6th and 7th, Robin, Toby and Michael. But it's the first four drivers. There you can see Anthony Cleal with Duncan MacLeod very close behind, only 1.02 seconds behind in fact. And then a further 1.7 seconds back to third place Russell O'Neill. And you can just see the gap there, Taylor Waldron right close behind him. So not long left in the race as it stands at the moment. Not sure how many more laps they will fit into the time. Certainly seems darker and more likely to rain as we look from this camera vantage. And a real tussle for position back there. That's, I believe that's, oh well, here we are on the final lap. Final lap, and the amount of time allotted. Anthony Cleal, who has led from start to finish, looking strong, and there's a bit of back marker action there. Driver number 70, Ron Schoen. And we just saw there cart number 65, Robin Stoddart-Stones. We're coming around up the top bend to complete the last lap in just a moment. We're going to have Anthony Cleal, followed by Duncan MacLeod, Russell O'Neill and Taylor Waldron. There we have it. Winner Anthony Cleal, who led from start to finish. Great job. Duncan MacLeod second place with the best lap time. Third, Russell O'Neill. Fourth, Taylor Waldron. So Robin Stoddart-Stones holding off the attentions of Toby Cook. Michael Bell, who started in second, qualified so well, finishing in 7th place.